Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my pleasure to welcome us to the day. Before we begin on, I have the pleasure to please come up stage. I request of the Vice Chancellor, please come up stage. He is representing the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Bajide. Please, a round of applause. Thank you very much. We will take the national anthem, followed by the University of Lagos anthem. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, while we're still standing, I invite Reverend Ogbolumani Azuka to give us the opening prayer. Reverend Azuka, please.
Hallelujah. Lord, what shall we say today? All we have to say is thank you. From the beginning you have helped us, and today will not be an exception. We invite the presence of the Holy Spirit to help us and lead us even this day in the name of Jesus Christ. Lord, accept our thanks and our praise even this day to the glory of your holy name. In the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name we are praying.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, can we be seated? Thank you very much. I have the pleasure to call the Acting Registrar of our University, University of Lagos, to call this gathering to order. Registrar, ma'am.
Chancellor, sir, the University of Lagos Act 1967, as amended, empowers the university to grant degrees diplomas, certificates, and other distinctions, as well as award medals, prizes, and other titles. It also provides that the Chancellor shall preside at all meetings of congregation held for the purpose of conferring degrees. In accordance with the enabling law, according to Section 5.1, the Chancellor shall, in relation to the university, take precedence before all other members of the university, and when he is present, shall preside at all meetings of congregation held for conferring degrees and at all meetings of convocation. Section 2 states that the Pro-Chancellor shall, in relation to the university, take precedence before all other members of the university, except the Chancellor, and except the Vice-Chancellor, when acting as chairman of congregation or convocation, and except the Deputy Vice-Chancellor when so acting. And the Pro-Chancellor shall, when he is present, be the chairman at all meetings of the council. Distinguished audience, it is my pleasure to invite the Chancellor of the University, Your Excellency, Eminence, Your Royal Eminence, Alhaji Dr. Abubakar Gabai, Economy, CFR, Shehu Obonu, to constitute this assembly as a congregation for the purpose of conferring honorary awards, award of higher degrees, and presentation of special prizes. Chancellor, sir.
Hereby constitute this assembly as a congregation of the University of Lagos for the purpose of conferment of honorary awards, awards of higher degrees, and presentation of special prizes. Thank you.
Chancellor, sir, I now invite you, sir, to present the visitor.
Your Excellencies, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, I hereby present to you the visitor to the University of Lagos, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the Honorable Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamman, SAN, OON. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Folashade Ogunshola, OON, FAS, to present a address.
The visitor, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by the Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamman. Distinguished senators and honorable members of the House of Representatives, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, ably represented, Your Excellencies, Governors of other states here present, members of the Diplomatic Corps here present, the Acting Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, Dr. Chris Meyaki, the Executive Secretary of TED Fund, Architect Sonny Echono, the Chancellor, His Royal Eminence, Alhaji Dr. Abubakar Ibn Umar Gabai El Kanemi, CFR, Shehu of Borno, other emirs and royal fathers here present. Let me acknowledge at this point the royal father of our host community, the Oniwaya of Iwaya Kingdom, Oba Sulaiman Oloko. Visiting vice-chancellors from other universities, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Development Services, Professor Ayodele Ashenua, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Management Services, Professor Lucien Chukwu, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academics and Research, Professor Bolanle Obo, the Acting Registrar and Secretary to Council, Mrs. Olakunle Makinde, the University Bursar, Mrs. Olufumilola Adekunle, the University Librarian, Professor Yetunde Zaid, the Provost College of Medicine, Professor David Oke. Former Vice-Chancellors of this university, I acknowledge Professor Rahman Bello, the 11th Vice-Chancellor, Professor Toyin Ogundikwe, the 12th Vice-Chancellor. I also recognize Professor Duro Oni, former Deputy Vice-Chancellors, the former registrars here present. I also recognize my father in the Lord, Pastor Tunde Bakari. Deans of faculty, distinguished members of Senate, honorary awardees, emeritus professors, distinguished professors and gold medalists of the university, directors, representatives of other universities, heads of departments, deputy registrars and deputy bursars, other members of the university community, president and members of the Alumni Association, my lords, spiritual and temporal, presidents of professional bodies here present, presidents of the various faculty associations, our dear students here present, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, great Hakokites, great Hakokites. I am delighted to welcome you all to the 54th Convocation Ceremonies of the University of Lagos. And without doubt, I know many of you have looked forward to this day when you can confidently say it is done. I can assure you that this day and time you will remember with great fondness for many years to come. I congratulate all our graduating students for their diligence, resilience, and the hard work they put into completing their programs. You have been trained and tutored and found worthy in character and learning to be able to be here today, to be celebrated and honored. I congratulate your families and friends who encouraged and supported you along the way. I extend our heartfelt gratitude to all of them. I welcome to our university the visitor, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We acknowledge the courageous leadership that you have offered the country since your assumption of office. In particular, we appreciate the attention you are giving to the myriad problems in the education sector. You can be assured of our support. To our Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, we welcome you home. We are thankful of the support you give to your alma mater. I take this opportunity to thank you again for the great support you gave us during the Nuga Games. We will be back. To our Chancellor, the Shehu of Borno, His Royal Eminence, we thank you for your fatherly support and your wisdom always. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the activities for the 54th Convocation Ceremonies commenced with a pre-convocation press conference on Wednesday, January 10, 2024, and continued with a convocation Jumat service at the University Mosque on Friday, January 12, 2024. On Monday, January 15, a renowned historian and an honoree, Professor Toyin Falola from the University of Texas at Austin, USA, delivered the convocation lecture. For those present at the lecture, titled Decolonizing African Higher Education for Transformational Development, you will agree with me that it was not only stimulating stimulating and transformational, it was a call to action. On Tuesday, January 16, 2024, we began the 3-day degree conferment event that has culminated today in a total of 17,456 students receiving various awards. Today, 6,886 deserving students from the School of Postgraduate Studies and the University of Lagos Business School will be conferred with the award of postgraduate diplomas, Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Business Administration, Doctor of Philosophy, and Doctor of Business Administration. Out of these, we have 465 students graduating with a postgraduate diploma, 6,266 graduating with a master's degree, of which 377 have distinctions. And we have 155 graduates who will graduate with a Doctor of Philosophy in various disciplines, and 62 from the University of Lagos Business School. The overall Best PhD Thesis Award for this year goes to Aminat Olawumi Ige, PhD in Mathematics. Who also won the award for the Best PhD Thesis in the Sciences, while Isa Akonji Adedokun, PhD in Private and Property Law, won the award for the Best PhD in the Humanities. Ladies and gentlemen, most exciting for us this year is that we have 31 master students who are international students, and they will be obtaining masters in pharmacology, pharmacognosy, and so on, and they have been funded through the African Center of Excellence for Drug Research, Herbal Medicine, Development and Regulatory Sciences, ASDAS. I want to acknowledge the director, Dr. Bola Ademilua from the Department of Botany, who worked extremely hard with her team to achieve this. This is the first time we will have such a harvest of international students at one convocation in this university. And it further validates the aggressive internationalization drive of this administration and previous administrations. The University of Lagos Business School will be graduating today its first set of students as an autonomous school this year. In repositioning the business school to be more globally competitive, we unbundled it from the School of Postgraduate Studies. We are very proud that it has also been admitted as a full member of the Association of Advanced Collegiate Schools of Business in the United States of America, which is the largest global network of leaders in business education. The overall best graduating student is Abiola Oluyemisi Itakwe, who obtained a Master of Business Administration with a CGPA of 4.84. Also today, we will confer honorary doctorate degrees on 3 distinguished personalities, 2 men and a woman, who we believe have contributed immensely to the development of knowledge and development of knowledge globally, and in particular to Nigeria. Professor Toyin Falola, the Jacob and Francis Mosika Chair at the University of Texas at Austin. Professor Phyllis Kanki, DVM, a professor of immunology at the Harvard Chan School of Public Health in Boston and founder of APIN Limited, Nigeria. And Professor Atairu Mohamed Jega, OFR, a professor of political sciences at Bayero University, Kano, who presided over the preparation and conduct of the globally acclaimed, most successful, clean general elections in Nigeria. In the last 2 days, we have been awarding degrees, diplomas, and special prizes to undergraduate students from all faculties and the Distance Learning Institute. Of these, 340 making up 3.2%, obtained first-class degrees, with 97 of these coming from the Faculty of Management Sciences, 57 from the Faculty of Science, and 47 from the Faculty of Engineering. We also graduated 250 students from medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, and medical laboratory sciences, which have unclassified degrees, and 39 of these had distinctions. 3,000 students graduated with a second-class upper, 4,547 graduated with a second-class lower, and 1,832 with a third class. We had 188 graduating with a pass. The overall best graduating student, undergraduate with an undergraduate degree, was David Oluwatomiwa Akomu from the Faculty of Engineering, who also made a perfect score of 5.0. While Ibrahim Abiodun Quadri of the Faculty of Management Sciences with a CGPA of 4.94 was the best graduating student in the humanities. This year, amongst our undergraduates, we had 19 visually impaired students from 5 faculties: arts, education, law, social sciences, and the management sciences. One of them, Emeka Okeke, who graduated yesterday with a second-class upper honors from the Faculty of Management Sciences, got the Best Graduating Students Award in Comparative Industrial Relations. I want to especially congratulate another 2 visually impaired students, Ngozi Upai Okoro, who is getting a PhD in education today, and Okpeyemi Kikelomo Adewale, who will be graduating today from the School of, from the International Relations and Personnel Management, for their resilience. We are very, very proud of them. Let me seize this opportunity to thank members of Senate, staff, and all our stakeholders for their commitment and loyalty to the University of Lagos. And despite the challenges of last year, the university recorded many significant wins, especially in the quality and quantum of research, improved collaborations and partnerships with other universities and industries within and outside Nigeria, as well as exchange programs for staff and students. In pursuance of the Future Ready agenda, we have made firm strides in growing our finances, growing our infrastructure, growing our reputation, and growing our manpower. And this last year was one of consolidation, seed sowing, and growth. I will mention a few. The research activities of our staff attracted over 11 billion naira in research income in both local and foreign currency. These figures refer to grants obtained in the year 2023 only, and they cut across the faculties in science and the humanities. Our staff have also been making waves, and I want to congratulate Professor Babatunde Oni, a professor of private and property law, who was elevated to the rank of Senior Advocate of Nigeria. And this brings to a total number of 9 SANs in this university, which I believe is the highest in any university in Nigeria. The university has also partnered with the Sahara Group, a leading energy conglomerate, since last year. And it is one that can best be described as an outstanding example of generational sowing for academic sustainability. This partnership, which we believe is the first of its kind, involves parents of the executive directors of Sahara Group who taught in this university, their children, now executive directors at Sahara Group, who studied at this university, and other executive directors in that group who either taught or studied in the University of Lagos. It is indeed a generational partnership, born, bred, and nurtured in the University of Lagos, and represents the best of university alumni relationships. This partnership includes an annual 10 million cash prize instituted in the names of the parents and executives for outstanding students across 10 departments, 2 from the Faculty of Engineering, 3 from Management Sciences, and 2 from Environmental Sciences, and 3 from Social Sciences in Economics and Library and Information Sciences. Each student will get ₦1 million. There is also the MAD grant of $36,000 annually for 3 outstanding lecturers who will each get $12,000. These 2 grants, let me step back a bit. MAD means making a difference. These 2 grants will run for 10 years. The group is also establishing the Sahara Group School of Innovation and Entrepreneurship at the University of Lagos to create platforms for birthing sustainable energy solutions for the future. The sod-turning ceremony has since been held, and we are looking forward to the commissioning of the building, whose design is a breathtaking architectural masterpiece. We are excited about this partnership and express the university's gratitude to the Sahara Group for making a difference. At this juncture, I would like to encourage other groups of families and industry to partner with us to impact our future leaders. To further improve employability of our students, we flagged off the career support services with a cohort of about 30 students in the library makerspace in collaboration with ECLED Business School to teach skills, assist with CVs, and better prepare our students for the world of work. In the last year, we hosted various conferences to which we had a wide range of participants, both local and global. The Africa Research, examples of this is the University of Lagos International Week, to which we invite our international partners, and the Africa Research Universities Alliance Conference, which was holding for the first time in Nigeria. The events were attended by universities from Africa, Europe, America, and Asia. And we had over 1,500 participants, including at least 12 vice-chancellors from around the world, and over 350 participants who attended the Arua conference were from 18 African universities, including those from, and 13 from the United Kingdom, the Mandela Day event, with partners from 15 other African countries in collaboration with Umoja, the Pan-African Student Leaders Network, whose origin began in the University of Lagos. In August last year, the Distance Learning Institute hosted a colloquium, which was well attended by open distance learning institution practitioners in Nigeria and globally, with scholars from South America, Asia, West Africa, and Europe, and came to the conclusion that we need to push the frontiers of ODL if Nigeria is to adequately educate all its youth. Through our NEET hubs, there was a successful organization and hosting of the 3rd International Conference on Artificial Intelligence and Robotics. The 2-day event, in collaboration with the Machine Intelligence Research Group of the University of Lagos, drew about 597 participants across 14 countries in Africa, Asia, USA, Europe, and Canada. We are also running the project Innovation to Market, which is an incubator program, which is funded by the United Kingdom Research Institute, and onboarded last year several innovators from across the country and trained them skills and techniques to develop their innovation. Overall, 524 innovators were onboarded, of which 362 innovators from across the country were trained. 62 innovators were funded to develop prototypes, and 18 patents were filed. 40 new startups were registered, and 50 startup businesses were incubated, while 20 startup businesses were awarded financial grants. One of our students, who also came first in the national pitch competition organized by this Innovation to Market incubator program, he's named Mr. Barnabas Peter of the Department of Finance, designed a digital platform to assist tourists and low-income earners and individuals seeking to find exciting places in Nigeria. The university has one of the oldest and most respected actuarial programs in Nigeria. And recently, it became the first university in West Africa and second university in Africa to be accredited by the Institute and Faculty of Actuaries of the United Kingdom, which is one of the most prestigious institutes of actuaries globally. This accreditation was also only possible from a handshake between the town and the gown, and represents a lot of hard work and collaboration with the Nigerian Actuarial Society. This further confirms the value of our town-gown agenda. The University of Lagos has also started a joint master's degree in law with the University of Dundee, which is the first of the UK African joint degree of its kind. The MOA was signed in October during the International Week. Students will run the first semester here in Nigeria and go to Dundee for the second semester. And some of our lecturers are also working in both universities. In October, we commissioned the MAD House, which is Making a Difference House, which is an incubator for creatives and the first of its kind in any Nigerian university. It was established in collaboration with an alumnus, Mr. Bayo Omoboriowo, whose father also works in this university. This incubator has been extremely popular and fascinating and has attracted many important personalities, including the Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany, Mr. Olaf Scholz, who made UNILAG one of his stops in his short 3-day stop in Nigeria. The university also played host to Bill Gates, who visited our Center for Clinical Trials, Research and Implementation Science in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology to confer with Professor Bosede Afolabi, who is running several research grants from his foundation. Under this administration, we have commenced a major drive to rehabilitate and upgrade aging infrastructure. Some of these include hostels, such as Mariere Hostel, and we have done other rehabilitations of the others. We have also started work on our scholars' suites for visiting scholars, rehabilitating it, and we have commenced the vertical extension of the architecture building and the new Distance Learning Institute and the ASDAS building. In the area of security, we have commenced and so far deployed 206 cameras of 1,000 CCTV cameras through a partnership with Bionomics, and strengthened our security architecture by purchasing some motorcycles for patrols. In furtherance of our commitment to becoming more eco-friendly and contributing to the sustainability of our planet, the university carried out a number of activities with our partners, including the Waste Management Challenge to promote recycling, resulting in 235,643 plastic bottles by students and staff, with an estimated reduction of 30.5 kilotons of CO2 emissions. Also, we worked with the Dawn Project and the Green Belt Movement, which was facilitated by an alumnus, Dr. Pamela Ajayi, to foster eco-friendly environment. 1,000 trees were donated, and these have been planted across the whole campus by staff and students. As part of our community service, the university resuscitated the UNILAG Children's Theatre Festival, an inter-school talent competition that allowed students in the Creative Arts Department to interact and mentor children in our neighboring communities. Similarly, in line with our vision to revive our culture and traditional values while showcasing the talent of our students, we launched our UNILAG in Town program with a performance by students from the Creative Arts Department of Femi Oshofiso's play, Issue and the Vagabond Minstrels, which highlights the negative consequences of greed and corruption. Staff and postgraduate students of the Department of Computer Sciences have also been working with children in the community. Dr. Chika Banjo has led a group every year, I think, for about 4 years now, to engage and train students in coding and robotics. We want to appreciate Paralex Bank, who underwrote the production of our play, and Access Bank, who sponsored 50 students to watch the play. The Digital Transformation Initiative of the University of Lagos, which comprises our IT strategy, enterprise architecture, IT operation, and governance model, is a 3-year plan to reposition our technology landscape. And this commenced with a remodeling and upgrading of the university website and the establishment of a data management center funded through the World Bank. The data management center was commissioned in September 2023. This digital transformation initiative goes under the name Automate UNILAG. Our alumni have been extremely supportive, and they have been achieving many milestones. Recently, the president of the Alumni Association Worldwide, Engineer Ifeoluwa Oyedele, the executive director of the Niger Delta Power Holding Company, was recently awarded with an honorary degree in engineering by Achievers University in Owo. We also want to thank him for his donation of a 22,000 color overhead industrial scanner, which will augment our drive to make transcript issuance of alumni painless and efficient. This scanner is a godsend and was commissioned on Monday at the beginning of these ceremonies. Recently, one of our alumni, Mr. Temi Pokuola, became the CEO of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. We are very proud of him. And the alumni associations of Lagos State, UK, Abuja, and North America, to name a few, have also keyed into our support of indigent students. And Dr. Mrs. P. Sule, a UNILAG-trained educationist, who had previously won the best Ph.D. thesis in the Department of Educational Management, was named in the prestigious top 50 finalists of the 2023 Global Teacher Prize. We are also extremely proud of one of our recent alumnus, Mr. Nameka Praise Ifeako, who developed the Student Paddy app while in the 5th year of his engineering course here at the university. He has since secured investors and recently signed an MOU with him to deploy this among students of the University of Lagos that are interested. The app creates value out of browsing habits of students and issues certificates for knowledge gained. We have also had many donations. I will mention some. The National Communication Commission recently endowed a professorial chair worth 30 million for telecommunications. Similarly, we express our appreciation to Alpha Morgan for supporting the university with 100 million naira for the upgrade and remodeling of the university library lobby and the maker space to improve the student learning experience. We want to thank various individuals and companies that have donated money to support our indigent students. About 1,329 indigent students have benefited from various support programs, and the university has paid the obligatory fees for 400 indigent students. 170 are in work-study programs, 74 have been adopted by various individuals, and 645 have qualified for the endowment scholarship from the Advancement UNILAG. We also want to acknowledge the support of Bank PLC and Post Assurance Brokers who supported this convocation ceremony with 15 million naira and 5.2 million naira, respectively. We continue to build staff and students' capacity for employability and to build competencies. Last year, the university purchased through our Afritech grants Coursera licenses that train 602 members of staff and 125 students, and who have been certified in data science and analytics, artificial intelligence, and other emerging technologies, as well as in management, leadership, and communications. We also sent many staff and students on internships and study abroad programs to Germany, Poland, Bulgaria, Turkey, the UK. Then we also had 9 students from the Faculty of Management Sciences, Engineering and Social Sciences and the Arts that participated in the 2023 summer internship with the Bank of America in Dublin and Chester, United Kingdom. 4 of these 9 interns were given return offers for internships and full-time positions. Similarly, 2 of our students from the Faculty of Management Sciences who went for 10-week summer internship program with the World Bank have now been offered a more permanent role as junior analysts for the next 2 years. We are also doing quite a lot in sports. The university will be co-hosting the FASU Games this year with Lagos State University and NUGA. We will be leveraging the excellent facilities developed during the NUGA Games, which was also supported by the Lagos State government, for which we are grateful. Our athletes are already preparing, and we funded 3 of our athletes who were among those selected to represent Nigeria at the 31st World University Games in Chengdu, China. The students performed creditably well as 2 of them reached the semi-final stages of their respective competitions. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our graduating students, I celebrate you all and I honor you. We enjoin you to keep us up to date with your progress in life. You matter to us. We want you to join the Alumni Association because it is good for you. There you will meet men and women that have the same values as you do. They will support you, they will grow your network, and they will help you with jobs. I will want to leave you with a famous quote by Janet Napolitano, former governor of Arizona and the president of the University of California at Berkeley. She said, "You don't go to university so you can punch a clock. You go to university so you can be in a position to make a difference. You are the solution that we need. Therefore, we ask you to go out into the world and remember that everything you do is a building block of your life and will determine who you will become. Because we build our lives one day at a time, one action at a time, and we reap what we sow. So we ask you, sow well, and I wish you a fantastic life. Congratulations again."
Chancellor, sir, it is my pleasure to call on the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Management Services, Professor Christian Obinachukwu, to invite the visiting Vice Chancellors to present their goodwill messages.
Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to invite visiting Vice Chancellors who are present to felicitate the University of Lagos on the occasion of our 54th Convocation Ceremonies to deliver their goodwill messages. From Caleb University, Ikorodu, we have Professor Barine Michael Widobia. From Olabisi Onabanjo University, we have Professor C.O. Adekoya. From Mountain Top University, we have Professor Ladele John Akinyomi. From Babcock University, we have Professor Ishola Rufus Akintoye. From Trinity University, Lagos, we have Professor C.O. Kolawole. From the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, we have Professor J.A. Oguntuashe. From Adeleke University, Ede, we have Dr. Nwimo Kingsley. From the University of Jos, we have Professor Rahila Gowon. From Lagos State University, or JO, we have Professor Seni Afisi. From Ekiti State University, Ado Ekiti, we have Professor Ajayi. From Joseph I. University, we have Professor O.A. Fakolujo. From Conferment University, Ota, we have Professor Isaac Bukai. From the University of Ilorin, we have Professor Lubumi Omote-Esho. From Crawford University, Igbesa, Moses Itama. From Anchor University, Ayobo, Lagos, we have Professor Lushala Oyero. From Chrisland University, Abeokuta, we have Professor Olufunke Ajiboye. From Nasarawa State University, Kefi, we have Professor Suleiman Bala Mohammed. And from Crescent University, we have Professor Ibrahim Bajabia Miller, the Vice Chancellor of the university. Thank you. City, as well as Landmark University, Crescent University.
Chancellor, sir, the Dean, School of Postgraduate Studies, will now present those of their students who have qualified for the postgraduate diploma of the university in the 2021-2022 session. I now call on the Dean of the School of Postgraduate Studies, Professor Abraham Oshinobi.
The Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you those students of the School of Postgraduate Studies who have successfully completed their postgraduate diploma in various programs in the university in the 2021-2022 session. Those present, those online, who are unavoidably absent, whose names appear on pages 65 to 69 of the order of proceedings, and for whom I stand proxy. I hereby request the graduating students of the various departments in the school who are present and whose names appear on pages 65 to 69 of the 54th Convocation Order of Proceedings to stand up, doff their caps, and remain standing until they are admitted into their postgraduate degrees by the Chancellor. Thank you.
By the authority of Senate, I confer on you all and severally the postgraduate diploma in various programs of the School of Postgraduate Studies. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you those graduates who have distinguished themselves by winning special prizes in their respective fields of study during the 2021-2022 session. I hereby invite the Deputy Chancellor of Academics and Research, Professor Bola Obo, to present the prize winners.
Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you those students in the School of Postgraduate Studies who have distinguished themselves by winning special prizes in their respective fields in the 2021-22 session. The late Professor Adetokunbo Babatunde Shofoluwe Prize of 50,000 Naira cash for the best Ph.D. thesis in the university, Ige Aminat. The Huponu Wusu Prize of 25,000 Naira for the best student in Masters of Public Health, Ezekwelu Inkolika Jacinta. The Caroline Olubukola Oshibogun Prize, 25,000 cash to the best student in the Masters of Public Health, Ezekwelu Inkolika Jacinta. The Chief Poly Emenike Prize of 100,000 Naira to the best graduating full-time student in Masters of Business Administration, Management, goes to two students, Akoni Adebiyi Ololade and Ogundairo Isaiah Olufemi. The Chief Poly Emenike Prize of 100,000 Naira to the best graduating full-time student, Master of Business Administration, Marketing, Ogbechi Daniel. The Chief Poly I. Which one is this? What's your name? What's his name? Yeah? I've not called Ogunda again. Okay, Pauline, okay. The Chief Poly IMK Prize of 100,000 cash to the best graduating full-time student, MSc Business Administration Marketing, Ogbechi Daniel. Chief Poly IMNK Prize, 100,000 Naira cash prize to the best graduating full-time Master of Business Administration, Organizational Behavior, Awotesu Oludare Abisoye. The Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry Prize, 200,000 cash prize to the best MBA graduating students in entrepreneurship, Masha Fatima Omowumi. The Otumba Gbenga Daniel Prize, 50,000 to the best graduating students in management, Adekojo Johnson Olushola. The Professor Abdul Fatai Biolama Badeje Prize of 25,000 cash prize to the best graduating students in MSc Pharmacology, Yamusa Ubede Moses. The late Professor Monilola Taiwo Prize, 50,000 cash prize to the best graduating student in microbiology, Anikwe Onyinye Ginika. The late Chief Dr. Abel Ubeku Prize, 25,000 to the best overall graduating student in MSc Industrial Relations and Personnel Management. There are two of them, Omengboji Pekulia Machuku and Wilson Victory Chinedum. The retired Commissioner of Police, Abayomi Onoshile Prize of 25,000 to the best graduating student in the Master of Criminology. There are two of them, Fashola Bukoye Victoria, Babalogbon Kayode James. Dr. Ariola Aguda Oluwo Prize, 25,000 to the best graduating female, M.Ed, Sociology of Education, Okeowo Oyinkosola Victoria. The Professor Ayoke Mopelola Olushakin Prize of 25,000 to the best student with best thesis in counseling education, Shogbamu Esther Olaide. The late Chief Festus Okotiebo Academic Prize of 250,000 Naira cash to the best Ph.D. thesis in public finance, banking, finance or economics, Popogbe Oluwaseyi Omowumi. to the best Ph.D. thesis in the Department of Educational Management, Ogunjobi Grace Oluwakemi. ARM Trustees Prize, the Oladejo and Adeoti Akinpelu Award of $250,000 to the best graduating doctoral student with Ph.D. in computer science, Ibo Aye Igu. F.O. Lasisi Prize, F.O. Lasisi Prize of $50,000 to the overall best MSc Finance graduating student, Akalika Callistus Anthony. Olufemi Omolabake Omolenyiwa Memorial Prize, $100,000 to the best graduating MBA student, Adeshoga Temitayo Omobolanle. Professor Edi Olajide Omolenyiwa Prize, donated by Professor Edi Omolenyiwa's mentees, $100,000 for the best graduating master's student in accounting, Amos Boluwatife John. Eleko Oba Sanusi Olusi Prize, Eleko Oba Sanusi Olusi Prize of $100,000 for the best graduating student in Masters of African and Diaspora Studies, Ajibade Sharon Adeola. Social and Urban History Award, $150,000 for two students in master's dissertation, Bello Mistura Eniola and Olawale Abiola Esa. The Risk Management of Nigeria Prize, $50,000 to the best student in Master of Risk Management, Ajetumobi Adedonyi Victor. The Inweanya Victor Onyekachi Legend Award, $50,000 for the best MBA student in Advanced Microeconomic Theory, Ekundayo Jessica Bolanle. The Bola Akingbade Prize, $100,000 to the best graduating student in MSc Marketing, Ogbechi Daniel Chinedum. Professor Ndubisi Ifeanyi Nwokoma Prize of $100,000 for the overall best student in the Center for Policy and Analysis and Research. Olutayo Abiodun Oluwole and Kanu John Ihechuru. The Professor Akin Oshibogun Prize of $50,000 to the best graduating student in the epidemiology option of the Masters in Public Health, Daudu Fenyitoluwa Bukola. Okay.
The names of the prize winners and the prizes they have won are indicated on the relevant pages of the Convocation Order of Proceedings. Prize winners are advised to submit their account details to the Dean of Students, the Dean of School of Postgraduate Studies, so that their accounts can be credited. Chancellor, sir, the Executive Director, University of Lagos Business School, Professor Mike Adamawa, will now present those of their students who have qualified for the Master of Non-Interest Finance and Master of Business Administration of the university in the 2021-2022 session. Professor Adebamawa.
Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you those students of the University of Lagos Business School who have successfully completed their Master of Non-Interest Finance and Master of Business Administration degree examinations in the university in the 2021-2022 session. Those present, those online, and those who are unavoidably absent, whose names appear on the list and for whom I stand proxy. May I request the graduating students of the Master of Non-Interest Finance and Master of Business Administration degree programs who are present and whose names appear on page 61 of the 54th Convocation Order of Proceedings to stand up, doff their caps, and remain standing until they are admitted to their degree by the Chancellor.
By the authority of Senate, I admit you all and severally to the degree of Master of Non-Interest Finance, Master of Business Administration in the University of Lagos Business School. Thank you.
Congratulations. Chancellor, sir, I would like to invite the graduating students who have distinguished themselves to come forth for recognition by the Chancellor. Itakwe Abiola, Emopai Morolake, Owosheni Olumuyiwa, Onobanjo Morenike, Williams Ifioma, Akeni Abraham, Halbert, Shegun Akintayo Oluwakemi, Williams Emmanuel, Nkanga Ekaite, Akpata Emmanuel, Echari Ejiro, Uzoji Franklin, Olaniron Abimbola, all of the Master of Business Administration MBA degree. And for the Master of Non-Interest Finance MNIF, Abdulatif Mobolaji, Adeoye Kazim, Akimbode Abdukarim, Okejayi Kudos,
Chancellor, sir, it is my pleasure to invite the overall best graduating students in the University of Lagos Business School, Abiola Oluyemisi Itakwe, for recognition and presentation of plaque. I understand the plaque has been presented. Thank you very much. Chancellor, sir, the Dean of School of Postgraduate Studies, Professor Abraham Oshinubi, will now present those of their students who have qualified for the master's degree of the university in the 2021, 2022, and 2022 and 2023 sessions. I now call on Professor Abraham Oshinubi.
The Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you those students of the School of Postgraduate Studies who have successfully completed their Master of Arts, Master of Education, Master of Science, Education, Master of Science, and other various programs, including Master of Applied Geophysics, Master of Aquatic Resource and Pollution Management, Master of Conflict Management, Master of Development Finance, Master of Diplomacy and Strategic Studies, Master of Disaster Management, Master of Dispute Resolution, Master of Engineering Systems Management, Master of Environmental Design, Master of Environmental Management, Master of Facilities Management, Master of Geographic Information System, Master of Geoinformatics Information Technology, Master of Housing Development and Management, Master of Industrial and Labor Relations, Master of Industrial Relations and Personnel Management, Master of Information Technology, Master of International Law and Diplomacy, Master of Landscape Architecture, Master of Law, Master of Managerial Psychology, Master of Molecular Diagnosis, Master of Process Engineering, Master of Project Management, Master of Public Administration, Master of Public and International Affairs, Master of Public Health, Master of Risk Management, Master of Security and Intelligence Studies, Master of Transportation Planning and Management, Master of Urban and Regional Planning, and Master of Urban Design. In this university, in the 2021, 2022, and 2022-2023 sessions, may I request graduating students of these various departments in the school who are present and whose names appear on page 70 to 120 of the 54th Convocation Order of Proceedings to stand up, doff their caps, and remain standing until they are admitted into their degrees by the Chancellor.
Well done, Dean, Faculty of Postgraduate Studies. By the authority of Senate, I confer on you all and severally the master's degree in various programs of the School of Postgraduate Studies. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Chancellor, sir, I would like to invite 7 graduating students who have distinguished themselves, obtaining distinction with a perfect CGPA, 5.0, to come forth for recognition by the Chancellor and presentation of their various plaques. From Civil and Environmental Engineering, Bruno Joseph Nosa. Also from Civil and Environmental Engineering, Hazan Rahuf Olayiwola. Microbiology, Anekwe Onye Jinika. Economics, Isenere Gabriel Olamidotun. English, Ejiogu Jonathan. Philosophy, Oji Okpara Paul.
Chancellor, sir, a total of 155 PhDs will be conferred today. These are contained on pages 123 to 141 of the Order of Proceedings. Chancellor, sir, the Dean of the School of Postgraduate Studies, Professor Abraham Oshinobi, will now present those students who have qualified for Doctor of Philosophy degrees of the University of Lagos during the 2021-22 and 2022-23 sessions. I now invite the Dean of the School of Postgraduate Studies, Professor Abraham Oshinobi.
Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you those students of the School of Postgraduate Studies of the University of Lagos who have successfully completed their Doctor of Philosophy degree in the university in the 2021, 2022, and 2022-2023 sessions. Those present, those online, and those who are unavoidably absent, whose name appear on pages 123 to 141 of the Order of Proceedings, and for whom I stand proxy. I hereby request the graduating students of the various departments in the school who are present and whose names appear on pages 123 to 141 of the 54th Convocation Order of Proceedings to stand up. Doff their caps and remain standing until they are admitted into their various degrees by the Chancellor.
By the authority of Senate, I confer on you all and severally the Doctor of Philosophy degree in various programs of the School of Postgraduate Studies. Congratulations. Thank you.
I hereby call on the Ph.D. graduates to come forth for recognition by the Chancellor. Number 1, Uwensuyi Edos Sawon Charles, Ph.D. Philosophy. Lawrence Solomon Chisheben, Ph.D. History and Strategic Studies. Number 3, Egwatu Toshuku Frank, Ph.D. Cell and Molecular Biology. Number 4, Ibo Haye Egu, Ph.D. Computer Science. Number 5, Subai Bolarinwa Kadijat, Ph.D. Botany. Number 6, Ishola Saeed Ademola, Ph.D. Management. Number 7, Sonny Aziz Olusegun, Ph.D. Mass Communication. 8, Ayanwale Olushola Tunde, Ph.D. Mass Communication. Number 9, Oluboba Taiwo Funke, Ph.D. Fisheries. 10, Ochala Kizito Idoga, Ph.D. Philosophy. 11, Adigun Anuoluwapo Joshua, Ph.D. Mathematics. Number 12, Odeshola Ayobamidele Sunday, Ph.D. Mathematics. Number 13, sadly, he passed on few weeks ago after protracted illness. Oladosu Suraj Aremu, Ph.D. Mechanical Engineering. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Number 14, Shibuzo Ebele Flora, Ph.D. Sociology. Number 15, Limoha Ositadima Unkeruka, Ph.D. English Literature. 16, Basi Ellen Koki, Ph.D. English Literature. 17, Popogbe Oluwaseyi Omowunmi, Ph.D. Economics. 18, Owoeye Itunu Opeyemi, Ph.D. Physiotherapy. 19, Salako Kehinde Shola, Ph.D. Pharmaceutics and Pharmaceutical Technology. 20, Onamdi Usheshuku Ifeoluwa, Ph.D. English Language. 21. Okoli Gloria Ifeoma, Ph.D. English Literature. 22. Ofyong Kanayo Nka, Ph.D. English Language. 23. Osu Alu Azuma, Ph.D. English Language. 24. Ajilore Oluwateniola Oluwabukola, Ph.D. English Language. 25. Akikunmi Olutayo Ajibola, Ph.D. Building. 26. Ebidapo Sonny Joseph, Ph.D. Psychology. 27. Okonofwa Christiana Shinyere, Ph.D. Parasitology and Bioinformatics. 28. Mayo and Industrial Law. 29. Bankole, Ph.D. Physiotherapy, Chemistry. Osenwege Uyi, Ph.D. Private and Property Law. 108. Yoka Ushna Grace, Ph.D. Curriculum Theory. Lawal Mohammed Said, Ph.D. Pharmacology. Akambi Aisat Aduke, Ph.D. Chemistry Education. Akeke Olushola Solomon, Ph.D. Marketing. Elemo Olubumi Olajumoke, Ph.D. Pharmacology. Umukoro Sunday Joe Geneta, Ph.D. Management. Unwokolo Shine, Ph.D. Economics. Ugben Philip Aluka Lupata, Ph.D. Anatomy. Adewusi Adefolake Olashi, Ph.D. Private and Property Law. Ezemba Ushena Onyedika, Ph.D. Education English. Untandom Godwin Unwa Kama, Ph.D. Medical Parasitology. 119. Adewusi Oluwabanke Temitope, Ph.D. Biochemistry. Menkiti Unamdi David, Ph.D. Chemistry. Wunude Emmanuel, Ph.D. Geography. Ojo Olushola, Ph.D. Metallurgical and Materials Engineering. Ogbuagu Matthew, Ph.D. Economics. Ige Feyitola Antonia, Ph.D. Cell Biology and Genetics. Usman Abdullah Qadri, Taibat, Ph.D. Early Childhood Education. Oyawaluja Aminat Asabi, Ph.D. Pharmacognosis. Fasuyi Oluwaseun, Ph.D. Biology Education. Ungubo Grace, Ph.D. History and Strategic Studies. Olusonya Adewumi, Ph.D. Pharmacology. 130. Okeke Ugoshiku, Ph.D. Cell Biology and Genetics. Adegba Adeyemi Adewumi, Ph.D. Cell Biology and Genetics. Ogumeru Atinu, Ph.D. Accounting. Bele Oluwasegun, Ph.D. Cell Biology and Genetics. Adeyemi Oluwayomi, Ph.D. Parasitology and Bioinformatics. 135. Dada Omolabake, Ph.D. Music. 136. Afari Ogun David Adebisi, Ph.D. Mathematics. 137. Ige Aminat Olawumi, Ph.D. Mathematics. 138. Taiwo Olubukola Fumilayo, Ph.D. Sociology. Badmus Olatunde Aziz, Ph.D. Cell Biology and Molecular Biology. 140. Adewonyi Imole Ayo Deborah, Ph.D. Physics. Obiwulu Anthony, Ph.D. Physics. Akeredolu Olukemi, Ph.D. Early Childhood Education. 143. Bale Adebayo, Ph.D. Chemistry. Ekenya Benedicta, Ph.D. Guidance and Counseling. Shogbamu Esther Olayide, Ph.D. Guidance and Counseling. Fadeyi Ayomipo Akintude, Ph.D. Architecture. Aina Oluwafemi, Ph.D. Chemistry. Akinubi Andrew, Ph.D. Architecture. Ogunfowora Motunrayo, Ph.D. Adult Education. Ogunyebi Oluwakemi Olufunmilayo, Ph.D. Fisheries. Loto Olajide Olagoke, Ph.D. Marine Biology. Irabo Benson Peter, Ph.D. Philosophy. Ogunjobi Grace Oluwakemi, Ph.D. Educational Administration and Planning. Zaka Abigail William, Ph.D. Microbiology. And the last, certainly not the least, Idegu 155. Idegu Amoni, Ph.D. Adult Education. This is the highest PhD we have ever recorded in the University of Lagos.
Chancellors, it is my pleasure to invite the graduating students with the best PhD thesis in the sciences to come forth for recognition and presentation of plaque by the Chancellor. Aminat Olawumi Ige of the Department of Mathematics. The best PhD thesis in the sciences. Thank you. Chancellor, sir, it is my pleasure to invite the graduating student with the best PhD thesis in the humanities to come forth for recognition and presentation of plaque by the Chancellor. Dr. Isa Adedokun of the Private and Property Law. Dr. Isa Akonji Adedokun. Chancellor, sir, it is my pleasure to invite the graduating students with the overall best PhD thesis to come forth for recognition, presentation of plaque by the Chancellor and her address. Dr. Aminat Olawumi Ige, Ph.D. of the Department of Mathematics, Ph.D. Mathematics.
Chancellor, sir, Madam Vice Chancellor, ma, please permit me to stand on already established protocols. Thank you. Good day, everyone. The victorious class of 2022 and 2023, congratulations. The newest doctors in town, I hope that by the time the SPGS sells the next month, we'll be taking another Ph.D. Are you ready? Indeed and in truth, we rise above the skies. It is with great joy that I stand before you all today on behalf of the graduating class of 2022 and 2023 on this occasion of the 54th Convocation Ceremonies of the University of Lagos, UNILAG, as the winner of the overall Best Graduating Doctorate Thesis Award. The journey was stormy and it was teary at some point. Nevertheless, sweet it was. In all, the major factor in this success story for me and my fellow graduates is the God factor. I therefore return all the glory, honor, and adoration to the Most High, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Alhamdulillah. I especially appreciate the university management under the leadership of the first female Vice Chancellor, Professor Folashade Tolulokpe Ogunshola, FAS OON, for the stability in our programs, despite the effects of the pandemic and strike actions. I extend this appreciation to the management of the School of Postgraduate Studies for ensuring that the vision of the school aligns with that of the university, and the result is evident in this hall today. The Dean, Professor Abraham Oshinobi, the Sub-Dean, Dr. Adegboyega Enyimowo, the Director who signed most of our papers, Mrs. Yetunde Ogunlewe, the Academic Programs Committee, APC, the SPGS Board, the staff in all the 11 rooms of the School of Postgraduate Studies, and even the past administration who brought us so far before the new administration took over. On behalf of myself and my graduating class, I say thank you all. I must specially commend the new policy by the university and also the School of Postgraduate Studies, the open door policy of the SPGS, and the new policy by the university to ensure that no PhD student grows gray hair on campus, keeping us focused and ensuring that we graduate in time. University of Lagos and the School of Postgraduate Studies, thank you very much. It is not by my lone doing that my PhD thesis is exceptional. I was trained by the best pair. In a space of 10 years, my first supervisor, Golden Professor Johnson Olaleru, has supervised 3 best PhD thesis award winners. Prof. And I am fortunate to be supervised by this exceptional professor and one of his previous best PhD thesis winners, Dr. Hallowed Olaoluwa, who won the award at the age of 25. Professor Olaleru, sir, my PhD is over. Sir, but the memories of that your blue ink striking along and across all my papers, making sure that the blue showed on the blacks, still lingers in my memory. Thank you so much, Prof. And I also appreciate your darling wife. She's somewhere in the hall. Our prayer warrior mother, Dr. Fatsuma Olaleru. Thank you, ma. A very big thanks to my second supervisor, Dr. Hallowed Olaoluwa. Dr. Olaoluwa is a man who accepts nothing at its best, but only at its extra best. Mon professor, merci beaucoup. Je suis très reconnaissant. Thank you, Prof, because I had to even learn French while I was with you. And now that PhD is over, I'm going back to French class and I'm bringing you that certificate before this year ends. I thank the head of the Department of Mathematics, lecturers, and staff of the department for their roles in this success story. For the first time, the Department of Mathematics has produced the best PhD thesis award winner. It is now unpopular that university lecturers are poorly rewarded. Our students no longer wish to be like us when they grow up. I therefore appeal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Akanbi Omolodoide, the governor of my state, Governor Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, other state governors and stakeholders to look into the state of the academia and bring us renewed hope. The private sector is not left out. They are the highest beneficiary of the products of our institutions. I, however, commend the federal government of Nigeria and Lagos state government for annual scholarship awards available to eligible students. Those awards are lifesavers. They help scholars sustain momentum, and I was a beneficiary. Last year, in this auditorium, I watched as Ahmed Yunusa deliver his speech as the winner of the Best Ph.D. Thesis Award. And I imagined myself on the same stage. I probably said subconsciously, Emi Lokon. And today, the 18th day of January 2024, Aminat, a prestigious daughter of Lagos State, the Lagos of Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Omo Baba Amino of Akeson Kingdom in Alimosho local government. I stand before you all as the winner of this award. I give glory to God. This is my third degree, but this is the first time I'll be wearing my convocation gown and attending my convocation ceremony. It is also the first time I am convoking in my class. I was already getting used to my set being merged with the next set for convocation, but that jinx is now broken. Here at the nation's pride. I appreciate LASU management, Lagos State University management, past and present, for their support on this journey. And my story is incomplete without the mention of Sterling Bank, where my presentation and writing skills were further honed. 10 years ago, January 2014, I emerged the overall best graduating student of the Sterling Foundation School in my set. So the excellence is not restricted to the domain of mathematics alone. Fellow graduates, I am sure we all have our individual stories of inspiration and motivation, and we all wish we can be here to tell it. I, however, stand here on your behalf today to tell mine. From several episodes of miscarriages, to 8 courses of chemotherapy, to a bad case of chronic suppurative otitis media, unrelenting of my life ambitions, having gotten a clean bill of health, I dusted my shoes. I got them on again. Accepted an honorary chieftaincy title for my community in my bid to give back to the community and a call to serve. I purchased my PhD form, and the journey began. And here I am today. I really hope this inspires someone out there that you can be if you want to be. Winning the battle against cancer, thinking the storm is over. On this PhD program, I got divorced. I suffered depression, 2 armed robbery attacks, surgeries, and several bouts of malaria. However, for every step backwards, I took 3 forward upon recovery. And as the program got to a considerable stage, I miraculously got free of all ills. I guess my mantra at that time was, no grief for any failure. And during these trying periods, my supervisor stood firmly by me. I remember waking up after being out of the theater, and I think the second person I saw was my second supervisor. And then the next day, my first supervisor was in my house bringing oranges and apples. They stood firmly and they assured me that I can do it. And yes, I did. Thank you, Prof. Thank you, Dr. Laolua. Well, it was not all gloomy. While on the program, even amidst the trial, with this nature of I no go grief for failure, I started an NGO, YOA Foundation. I saw my daughter excel at a very young age, have a HND in computer engineering, and now in her second year study aeronautics engineering. While the program was winding up, I started a mentorship community, which I will be launching officially soon. And the beautiful part of it all, while on the program, I got married again. This time around, to the most adorable man I can think of. One who supports my dreams and aspirations. My husband, Dr. Nasiri. So, thank you. My audience, you can see that it's not all gloomy, so there is hope as long as there is life. My mom is in the hall today, Mrs. Olabisi Ige. My siblings are around, Biola, Latifat, Miriam, my cousin Nima, my aunt Mutiat. Thank you all for the love, the patience, the understanding while I chase this dream. My uncle is here, Flying Officer Ismaila Adebowale Aliu. Aloma, thank you so much for stepping into the shoes of my dad when I needed you the most. My friends, home, abroad, and many of them online, I thank you. My husband, Dr. Nasir Olakunle Ariibi, and my daughter is there, Engineer Nusrat Omotolani. If I have to choose again, you both will definitely top my charts. Dr. Mrs. Aminat Ige Ariibi loves you both seriously, endlessly, without limits. The one who laid the foundation of my success story is missing in this all today. The man who went hungry so I could eat. That man who deprived himself of life of worldly luxuries so that I and my siblings can fly. The only father I know that pays school fees 3 terms ahead. The man who does not mind getting into trouble as long as our school fees are paid and as long as we eat. My dear father, late Mr. Isiaka Adio Ige. I miss him so much, and I dedicate my doctorate degree to him. Rest on in Jonah, Dad. I however dedicate the best to this award to every woman out there, doing their best. To every woman out there, doing their best to live and not just exist. To become and not just be. To rise and help others rise. May the Almighty bless the men who support these women to grow. Knowing that it hampers not their own personal growth. My fellow graduates, we are now doctors. And my prayer for us is that may this degree open endless doors of opportunities and blessings unto us. May we continue to thank God every day for embarking on this journey. God bless the University of Lagos. God bless Lagos State, and God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, ISL Band. Thank you very much, ISL Band. It is time to administer the alumni pledge. Chancellor, sir, it is my pleasure to invite the alumni president, UNILAG Alumni Association Worldwide, Engineer Ifeoluwa Oyedele, FNSC, FNIEE, FRMN, to administer the alumni pledge.
Chancellor, sir. Chancellor, sir. Thank you very much. Chancellor, sir. The visitor, represented by the Honorable Minister of Education, the Governor of Lagos State, represented by the Secretary of the Government, all other protocols duly observed. I was hoping that I had been threatening Professor Falola. I was hoping that they will have been inducted so that they will take oath as new graduates of UNILAG. You know, it's not easy to conceptualize what this set of graduates have gone through, because it's easy for us to forget that 2 years of our lives were virtually put at a standstill, where every one of us didn't know what will happen the next day. But here they are today, 17,456 graduates of the University of Lagos, 340 first-class graduates. We must give glory to God. Before I proceed, as is usual for the University of Lagos Alumni Association to recognize excellence, I have to present awards to 2 of the graduates who have done very well. Chancellor, sir, please permit me to do this again. I have the pleasure to invite to the podium once again the best Ph.D. thesis, Dr. Aminat Olawumi Ige. On behalf of the University of Lagos Alumni Association, I, Ifeoluwa Oyedele, present to you this Merit Award for your brilliant performance in producing the best PhD thesis in the sciences. Congratulations. And I also present this cash award of 200,000 naira on behalf of the University of Lagos Alumni Association. I also have the honor to invite on the podium Dr. Issa Akonji Adedokun, the best PhD thesis in humanities. I, Ifeoluwa Oyedele, President, University of Lagos Alumni Association Worldwide, present to you Issa Akonji Adedokun this Merit Award for your brilliant performance in producing the best PhD thesis in humanities. Congratulations. And I also, I think you have 200,000. Dear graduating class of 2021, 2022, and 2023, on behalf of the National Executive Committee and all members of the University of Lagos Alumni Association, Nigeria's University of First Choice and the nation's pride, the University of Lagos, I congratulate you on your graduation welcome you into our fold as our oven fresh members. Today, you fully take your pride of place in the annals of great archives. Those who tread this path before you are found in every sphere of influence in our nation, in governance, in medicine, in science, in engineering, in finance, in insurance, in administration, advertising, in journalism, and also in politics, among others. I urge you to step out and make your mark in whatever field you have chosen to proceed in. I cannot wait to have members of your set making the headlines and recording outstanding feats in these fields. I'm not unaware that some of you acquired your earlier degrees from other institutions. Nevertheless, you will soon appreciate how much confidence and status has been, your confidence and status has been boosted by your admission into the membership of this great citadel of learning. Time, they say, is a resource that you cannot afford to toy with. Once lost, it cannot be reversed. This is perhaps the youngest you will ever be, maybe as a graduate, as a master's degree holder, or as a Ph.D. holder. By this time tomorrow, you will be a day older. Time will fly. We cannot control it. But what we make of it is in your hands. With our country's population growing faster than our economy, the resources available are dwindling, and there are now more than ever before more mouths to feed off per capita resource. This great citadel of learning from which you are graduating today is unique in its ability to inculcate in its products the spirit of entrepreneurship. I therefore exhort you all to apply those resources you have acquired to create wealth, bearing in mind the situation in our country and indeed in the entire world. I believe that you have the capability to work towards improving your economy, our economy, and the lives of our fellow citizens. Your Alumni Association is proud to have you join its ranks. We promise to be in touch with you. We will protect you. We will guide you. We will mentor you. In fact, by Monday morning, you will receive a letter personally signed by me, welcoming you into an association that today defines what an alumni association should be in Nigeria. We ask you not to shy away from our projects and our programs. Our events are memorable series of occasions that form an extraordinary homecoming for alumni across the world. It is a beautiful thing to be an alumnus of the University of Lagos. For some of you returning to campus for the first time, if you have had the time to go around, especially to the back, you will have found that the landscape of the university has taken on a new allure as your alumni association progresses in its partnership with the University of Management, the alumni, friends of the university, and major players in the corporate world. A number of our alumni sets have and continue to partner with our alumni and your alma mater in easing the challenges faced by the university and its students. We hail those noble contributions, and we cannot wait for your set to join in the act of giving back. In our days in the university, we were exposed to pristine, aesthetic buildings and surroundings. Whenever our juniors, our siblings, and junior ones came visiting, they witnessed the beauty and serenity of the University of Lagos community and longed to become a part of that life. The Alumni Association is partnering with the university and other stakeholders to bring back those good old days by contributing a hostel to alleviate the chronic accommodation challenges on campus, among other things that we're doing. Those of you who have just graduated, as you have heard from the Vice Chancellor, producing your transcript will be very easy, very seamless now, because we have partnered and we continue to partner with the university to make the process very, very easy. We pray for a better Nigeria at every turn in our lifetime, but we know that it will not come by wishful thinking. It's up to us, it is up to you, it is up to me to do our little in our small corners. You don't have to wait until you are on a big stage. Everywhere you find yourself, please do your best. Be the best. Represent the University of Lagos very well. Be exceptional in all that you do. At a time when the Nigerian spirit is admired all over the world, it is your time to find your way onto the global scene, one conquest at a time. Your alumni association has branches in all the states of the Federation and in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and in the diaspora. Chapters have been and continue to be inaugurated in various parts of the country and in the diaspora. As a dynamic association, kindly get in touch with our secretariat to contact your closest chapter or branch. I wish you the very best on your post-graduation endeavors and look forward to meeting you at our future alumni events. Brand ambassadors of UNILAG and greater corporates, the world awaits your manifestation. I would like now to respectfully ask that you be all upstanding as you take the alumni pledge. All graduates, even if you have taken the alumni pledge before, you are taking it at a higher level now. You will repeat after me, mentioning your name, starting with your first name and then your surname. I, do solemnly pledge, as a proud alumnus of the University of Lagos, a foremost university, to conduct myself in a manner befitting my status and in the best traditions of distinguished alumni before me. I will be and remain a most worthy ambassador, upholding the best in human values and employing distinctive skills and competencies to create value in all my pursuits and endeavors for the sustained progress and greater glory of my alma mater, my country, and the society at large. So help me God. Thank you very much. Great Akokites. That is for, for not UNILAG. The visitor is sitting here with us, and he must understand the energy that is in us. Great Akokites. Better. Now this one, we should send it to Abuja. Great Akokites. Great Akokites. Greatest of the greatest of the greatest of the greatest Akokites. Thank you, and God bless you.
Sir, the Senate, under the enabling laws, has decided to award titles of honorary doctorate degrees on each of the enlisted eminent persons who have distinguished themselves in their various fields. May I now invite the University Orator, Professor Ademola Oremosu, to present each honoree. Professor Oremosu.
Chancellor, sir, We have 3 doctorate degrees, honoris causa. May I invite first and foremost Professor Phyllis Kanke, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, Doctor of Science, Marywood Lixka, Professor of Health Sciences, for her citation. Please, a round of applause as she steps on the podium. Phyllis Kanke has been professor in the Department of Immunology and Infectious Diseases at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health since 1999. For more than 25 years, her research has centered on the virology, pathogenesis, and molecular epidemiology of HIV in Africa. In the mid-1980s, as a doctoral student at Harvard, she discovered the simian immunodeficiency virus, SIV, in immunodeficient Asian monkeys and determined its relationship to HIV. Her further research described African monkeys as the natural host of SIV, which led to the first evidence of an SIV-related virus in humans in Senegal, West Africa. HIV, too, is the closest human immunodeficiency virus related to HIV-1, and based on long-term research collaborations in Senegal, her work provided the initial characterization of this newly described AIDS virus. A 24-year cohort study of registered sex workers demonstrated reduced virulence, transmission, and progression to disease and interactions with HIV-1. In 2000, Dr. Kanke created and directed the AIDS Prevention Initiative in Nigeria, APIN, with a $25 million grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This provided the collaborative foundation for Harvard President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, PEPFAR, program, providing HIV prevention, care and treatment in Nigeria, Botswana, and Tanzania, which Dr. Kanke led from 2004 to 2013. The PEPFAR program in Nigeria was the largest of the 3 countries, and through APIN was able to build the capacity for outstanding HIV clinical trial, laboratory, and research. The Harvard PEPFAR program transitioned into APIN LLC, now APIN Public Health Initiative, and has continued to support exceptional HIV prevention and treatment programs throughout the country. These programs have provided life-saving drugs to over 375,000 Nigerian AIDS patients. Dr. Kanke and her many Nigerian colleagues have conducted operational research on the efficiency of HIV prevention and treatment, HIV genetic diversity and drug resistance, and HIV co-infections, including tuberculosis and hepatitis infections. This research facilitated a partnership with University of Lagos, University of Jos, and University of Ibadan to develop the NIH-funded Medical Education Partnership Program. The BRAINS, which means Building Research and Innovations in Nigeria's Science, program provided mentored research support for junior faculty at the University of Lagos, and this now continued with the Emory Nigeria Research Training Program. Dr. Kanke's recent research has addressed emerging and reimagined infectious diseases in Nigeria. In 2014, in response to West Africa's Ebola epidemic, Dr. Kanke collaborated with the Lagos University Teaching Hospital and First Consultants Hospital to study the cellular immune response in survivors of Ebola outbreak. In Jos, she has just concluded a 3-year study of arbovirus infection in pregnant women and their babies. In recent times, she has conducted a timely study on the antibody and cellular immune responses to SARS-CoV-2 in healthcare workers and AstraZeneca vaccine recipients. Dr. Kanki's views her close and long-standing partnership and friendship in Nigeria as a key component to her success in global health research. Chancellor, sir, may I present Dr. Phyllis Kanki for the award of the University of Lagos Doctor of Science Honoris Causa degree. Dr. Phyllis Kanki, a round of applause. Chancellor, sir, may I have the pleasure to invite Professor Atahiru Muhammad Jega for his citation. Please, I think the round of applause can be louder than that. Keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping. Professor Atahiru Muhammad Jega, a Nigerian academic, political scientist, administrator, and activist, is known in Nigeria and across the world mainly for the phenomenal role he played as the chairman, Independent National Electoral Commission, Nigeria, between June 2010 and June 2015. In this capacity, Professor Jega, with clearly outstanding distinction and exceptional charisma, presided over the preparation and conduct of the most successful general elections in Nigeria in 2011 and 2015. Professor Jega was born in Kaduna on January 11, 1957. He attended Sabongeri and Town primary schools in Jega from 1963 to 1969, and government secondary school Benin Kirby from 1970 to 1974. He did preliminary studies at ABC/ABU, Kano, between 1974 and 1975, and obtained his BSc Hons in political science from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, in 1978. After NYSC in the former Cross River States between 78 and 79, he was employed by Bayero University, Kano in July 1979. Subsequently, He obtained a Master of Arts in 1981, a postgraduate diploma in African Studies 1982, and a Doctor of Philosophy Ph.D. in 1985. This was in political science from Northwestern University, Evanston, Illinois, United States of America. Atahiru Muhammadu Jega is a professor in the Department of Political Science, Bayero University, Kano, Nigeria, where he has enjoyed a flourishing and highly rewarding academic career and has been widely acknowledged for his notable scholarship, outstanding research, and landmark publications on Nigerian politics, elections, democratization, identity politics, and democratic transition. His academic profile has been as enriching as it is profound and expansive. He was a visiting senior research fellow at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, NIIA, 1992-93, a Swedish Institute Fellow at the Department of Political Science, University of Stockholm, 1994, visiting fellow at St. Peter's College, University of Oxford, 1996, and visiting scholar at George Mason University from March to September 2016. He was also a visiting fellow in practice at the Blavatnik School of Government, University of Oxford, September 2016 to March 2017. He serves as a member on the Kofi Annan Foundation's Electoral Integrity Initiative, EEI, as well as the Nigerian Tertiary Education Fund, TETFund, Research and Development Standing Committee. Additionally, he is a member of the International Advisory Council, of the Afrobarometer, and of the Board of Directors of the International Foundation for Electoral Systems. He is also a prodigious university administrator and activist. Between September 5, 2005 and June 30, 2010, he was Vice Chancellor of Bayero University, Kano, a federal university. Prior to that, he was Deputy Vice Chancellor of Bayero University from 1995 to 1996, Director Center for Democratic Research and Training between 2000 and 2004, President of Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, 1988 to 1994. He had also been Vice President of ASU from 1986 to 1988. His role as ASU President led to one of the most outstanding reforms in tertiary education systems in Nigeria, when he led university lecturers on a strike against the federal military government in 1992. A landmark outcome of the action was improved welfare for university lecturers and the establishment of TETFund, an unsurpassed innovation. Please appreciate him for that. This is an unsurpassed innovation in the funding of education in Nigeria. He has also been Pro-Chancellor and Chair of the Governing Council of Plateau University, Bokos, and on April 3, 2023, he was appointed Chancellor and Chairman Governing Council of Sadatu University of Education, Kumbutso, Kano, by the Kano State Executive Council. Professor Atahiru Jega is a recipient of many prestigious awards, including National Honors Award of Officer of the Federal Republic, Nigeria, in 2005, Charles T. Manatt Democracy Award in 2015, and ICPS Election Commissioner of the Year Awards in 2013 and 2015. He is also a recipient of 3 honorary doctorate degrees from Afe Babala University, Ado-Ekiti, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and Modibo Adama University of Science and Technology, Yola. Chancellor, sir, ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to present to you for the Doctor of Science, Honoris Causa degree of University of Lagos, Professor Muhammadu Atahiru Jega. Chancellor, sir, permit me to invite to the podium the last of the honorees, but definitely not the least, for the Doctor of Letters, D.Lit. Honoris Causa of the University of Lagos, Professor Toyin Falola. Please keep clapping, keep clapping. Professor Toyin Falola is a distinguished professor of African Studies whose scholarship has made revolutionary contributions to knowledge in the areas of African epistemologies and history. He holds the Jacob and Francis Sanger Mosika Chair in the Humanities and Distinguished Teaching Professor at the University of Texas at Austin. Professor Toyin Falola was born on 1st January 1953 in Ibadan. He earned his Bachelor of Arts honors in 1976 and Ph.D. in 1981 in history from the University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University. From 1981 to 1989, he taught in the same university. He later joined the University of Texas at Austin as a professor in 1991. Professor Falola has had an outstanding scholarly career spanning many years of far-reaching experiences and held academic positions in many institutions in Nigeria, United States of America, Canada, England, South Africa, Brazil, and Australia. He has also served as a member of several boards, international organizations, and academic associations. Professor Falola has delivered lectures and given speeches in over 200 conferences across 65 countries. He has organized and facilitated conferences and is well published on different areas of Nigerian and African studies. In 2023 alone, he delivered 21 major lectures, including 3 convocation addresses. In addition, Professor Falola has served either as editor or member of editorial boards of over 50 journals worldwide, as well as being the chair or member of numerous prestigious book prize and award committees. He was the president of the African Studies Association, Canada. He has also received many honorary degrees from over 20 universities in Nigeria and abroad. In 2020, the federal government of Nigeria conferred on him the national honor of Member of the Order of the Niger, MON. He has also been conferred with African traditional titles and honors in Nigeria and Ghana for his contributions to the advancement of African cultures. In addition to these recognitions, he is also a celebrated teacher, which has earned him many accolades. He has supervised and served on over 100 Ph.D. committees and provided publishing opportunities for multitudes of African scholars at home and abroad. He set up the Pan-African University Press and manages more than 10 book series with highly prestigious publishers. He founded the Toyin Falola Center for the Study of Africa to provide scholarship opportunities for Nigerian and African students across the continent. Professor Falola's scholarship has equally been the subject of active intellectualism. Many conferences, seminars, and workshops have been organized across the world to interrogate his ideas and works. Some of these include the Toyin Falola Annual Conference on Africa and the African Diaspora, TOFAC, the International Conference on Beyond the Boundaries, Toyin Falola and the African Historiography, 2013, Toyin Falola's works on migration, Toyin Falola on African nationalism, Toyin Falola on race and ethnicity, Toyin Falola at 65, which was in 2018, workshop on Toyin Falola's scholarship, among others. Chancellor, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you for the award of Doctor of Leeds, D.Litt. of the University of Lagos, Professor Toyin Falola.
I humbly call on the Chancellor to confer the title.
By the authority vested in me as the Chancellor, I confer upon you the title of Honorary Doctorate degree of the University of Lagos. Congratulations.
Chancellor, sir, I now invite Professor Toyin Falola, OON, to give a response on behalf of the honorees. Professor Falola, sir.
On behalf of the recipients, I want to thank the University of Lagos for this honor. And I want to congratulate the visitor, the Chancellor, all the members of the team, our colleagues. And I want to congratulate them for many things. One, the guy has been my friend for many years. He's not a rich person. The professor here, Phyllis, is not a rich person. So this moment marks the award of those who are not politicians and those who are not money bags. Congratulations. But I also want to congratulate the university for pioneering a revolution. The bursar is a woman, the vice chancellor is a woman, 2 deputy vice chancellors are women, and let us I want to use this opportunity to appeal to other universities to emulate this tradition. Many of you may not know, because you are not historians, that the education of the African women owed to us when we obtained our independence. It's not the British who educated the majority of women. It's not the French. It is our own people. And this is a major achievement that we need to celebrate and keep celebrating. As one of you said when she took the podium, in terms of urgent recognition for women and more in positions of power, I want to endorse her by saying, if you ask me the question, in the transformation of Africa, the first point is the empowerment of women and the elevation of women. Together with the Sultan of Sokoto, I have called for the creation of a university for women. And we have pleaded that NUC should now give us annual figures, and they've started. How many women are doing engineering? How many women are doing mathematics? How many women are in medicine? Until we do more of that, we'll be slowing down our progress. Thank you for this revolution, University of Lagos. For those of you who do not know our progress and you think Africa is not doing well, let me seize this opportunity to tell you that Africa cannot be defeated. Nobody can defeat us. They took over 14 million of us between the 15th and the 19th century for muscle power. We survived it. In the 19th century, they came, took all the raw materials available to them. We survived it. 1885, they colonized us. They began to pack their luggage in the 1940s. We survived colonization. They said all of you will be dead by Ebola. Here in the University of Lagos, you find a solution to solve Ebola. COVID came. They said you are all going to die. Did you die? 1 million Americans died. 1 million Africans did not die. They do not know about our capacity for survival. They do not know the enormity of our struggles. They don't understand kinship. They don't understand our values. Values that are. I'm appealing to you, students and those who are listening to me, believe in Africa, believe in Nigeria, and believe in your people. And I want to thank this university for choosing the theme of decolonization. See how beautiful this is. See how beautiful that is. That is African flat tax. That's African flat tax. And look at the gown wearing my fila. Next year, we will introduce Geli. Because àwọn oko bossa ló ń wọ fìlà ọkùnrin o. And as we continue with this process of decolonization, we begin to recognize the values we have. As to the future of Africa, and I want to say this and sit down, we have three advantages. We have the demographic advantage. And embedded in that demographic advantage, we have the most vibrant, youthful population in the world. The Chinese population will decline to 750 million. Meanwhile, within the same time, Nigeria's population will become 450 million. In that demographic, other places are declining: Sweden, Finland, Norway, things like that, Canada. And when you japa, you may not know that they want to use your mental power to meet some of their own challenges. What we need to do is to tap into this demography, convert them into and elevate all of us. Do not let anybody deceive you that we are not doing well. We are doing well. In one of his vocation lectures, the guy argued that we cannot use the concept of a failed state to describe Nigeria. Second, we have our diaspora connection, which we now call the sixth region. What we need to do is to return to the arguments of Dubois and Nkrumah, that we have to fuse the diaspora with Africa, take knowledge from there to there, knowledge from there to us, and we transform ourselves. And in the area of culture, we are now one of the very best in the world, one of the very best in the world. That cultural frontier, producing fictions. In 2023, we won, when Goma won the Nobel Prize. That is the only one they were talking about. We won all the prizes in creativity and in writing. We now have one of the best designs, dresses in the world. I'm wearing a suit. I told you that I don't even have a suit. I don't have one. And it's flourishing. Nollywood has emerged as the third best film industry in the world. And don't talk about Afrobeat. Anywhere you go to in the world, you are going to hear Afrobeat. I'm Unavailable was top chart in UK, hitting all the records. Who does not know Mubad? Who doesn't know Simi? To come and play when King Charles was enthroned. And by the time you combine all these cultures, you will see how the youth are empowering us. To the graduating students, I wish you well. And I wish you glory. And I pray that you will use your degrees to elevate us as a continent, as a nation, and to make the University of Lagos to be very proud of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll take photographs. I'd like to call on the distinguished honorees to take photographs with a visitor, ably represented by the minister and other members of the high table. Sorry, of management. Yes, sir. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Chancellor, sir, may I humbly invite the Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, Mr. Chris Meyaki, to give. Okay. Okay, all right. Thank you very much, please. May I now call on the Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by Barrister Bimbola Salu Ndeyin, FIC, MC, ARB, to present the Governor's address. Thank you.
The Visitor, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by the Honorable Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Maman, OON, SAN. May I respectfully stand on all existing protocols. Thank you. I bring you greetings from the Governor of Lagos State and a goodwill message. He was to be here today, but duty from Mr. President had to take precedence over today. It is with great delight and a deep sense of nostalgia that I join faculty members, graduates, the vibrant University of Lagos community, intellectual juggernauts, and distinguished guests at this 54th Convocation ceremony of this great institution. Let me begin by congratulating the Vice Chancellor and her team for successfully hosting all the exciting activities that are being held in commemoration of this 54th Convocation ceremony. As a proud alumnus of this great institution myself, I am deeply honored to have been invited to be a part of this. I also extend special felicitations to Professor Atahiru Muhammad Ujega, a professor of political science, who also is being honored today, an astute administrator with sound intellect and a strong sense of ethics, who revolutionized Nigeria's electoral process. I am happy, thank you. I am happy to have witnessed the remarkable journey of this university in nurturing outstanding talents. I note with pride and joy that this convocation ceremony is not just a celebration of academic accomplishments, but a testament to the exceptional achievements of the students in all realms of human endeavor. To the graduating class, my heartfelt congratulations on reaching this significant milestone. Your successes have not only shone brightly in academic spheres, but have extended to the fields of arts, sciences, entrepreneurship, and community service. The University of Lagos is not just a bastion of learning, it is a breeding ground for trailblazers, innovators, and leaders who excel in every facet of life. Thank you for clapping for my governor. Thank you. It is therefore gratifying for me to note that many outstanding achievements in technology and other world-class fields are being honored here today. As we reflect on your incredible achievements, let us also acknowledge the dedicated faculty and staff who have played instrumental roles in shaping and nurturing the brilliance that we celebrate today. Further, I commend the continuous progress made in capacity building for both faculties and the staff, and say that your commitment to excellence has not only elevated the academic standards of this institution, but has also contributed significantly to the holistic development of each student. This institution's commitment to creating an environment that fosters growth, critical thinking, inclusivity, and developmental pursuits is truly praiseworthy. Your efforts have not only kept pace with global standards, but have set new and enviable benchmarks that have kept this institution in the forefront of knowledge and innovation in this ever-evolving world. It is therefore my charge to the graduating class that as you embark on new journeys outside the walls of this great citadel of learning, and new chapters of your lives are opened, let the excellence you have achieved here be the foundation for even greater accomplishments. Remember that your time at the University of Lagos has not only equipped you with knowledge, but has also instilled in you the values of perseverance, resilience, adaptability, and a passion for making a positive impact on the society. To the faculty and staff, I say a big congratulations. Your dedication to the pursuit of knowledge and the development of future leaders is the cornerstone of this university's success. Your unwavering commitment has created a legacy that will resonate through the achievements of the graduates we honor today. As merriments reverberate across families, let us celebrate not just the degrees conferred, but the knowledge gained, friendships formed, and the exceptional achievements that have become synonymous with the University of Lagos. Once again, I congratulate the graduating class and pray that these achievements we celebrate today will pave the way for greater and more resounding successes that will keep our great nation on the world map for a long time to come. I also extend my deep appreciation to the faculty and staff for your tireless efforts in keeping this institution a beacon of excellence. I thank you for listening.
Chancellor, sir, it is my pleasure to invite the visitor to the University of Lagos, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented today by the Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamman, SAN-ON, to give the visitors' address.
Our Royal Father and Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Your Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, represented by the Secretary of the Government, the Vice Chancellor and her very able team, the honorees, other royal fathers here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My job here is very straightforward, which is to present the speech of our leader, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR, the visitor. Now, before I do that, I want to thank and acknowledge those very positive remarks made by the speaker on behalf of the honorees, Professor Toyin Falola, whose writings, although I'm a lawyer, but during the course of my PhD, around 87 to 88, 89, when I was in Warwick, I read a lot of his literature because I studied the constitutional evolution of Nigeria from 18 to 1979. I found them extremely insightful, and that positive outlook is the kind of values that we need to nurture. Every day we like to banish our country, on our failures, and not acknowledging actually the strides that we have made. Yes, we all know we are where we don't want to, where we are not supposed to be, or where we should be. But this country has made a lot of strides in its development. And both infrastructure and especially culturally, we need to be proud of who we are and what we represent as a people. Thank you, Prof. Now, the president starts with great aquakites, the pride of our nation. And only now today I learned that is a place of first choice. The University of First Choice. The nation's, I thought it is Ahmadu Bello University. My own alma mater. Thank you very much. Now, the president says, it gives me great pleasure to attend the 54th ceremony of University of Lagos. It is the time to recognize and celebrate graduating students graduated students now, who through hard work, dedication, and commitment have fulfilled the prerequisite requirements to be awarded various degrees today. I commend all the organs of the university that have, through doggedness and commitment, led to the convocation of all the graduates. Let me use this opportunity to acknowledge the Chancellor, the Sheikh of Borno, and the management team, the Senate of the university, other members of staff, stakeholders and friends of the university, as well as graduating students who were celebrating today. I felicitate with all the graduates. I am sure that with the quality of teaching and research that the university has instilled in you, you are well positioned to compete and interact effectively with your counterparts globally. Today, we will also be conferring, or we have conferred now, on honorary degrees, honoris causa of the university to 3 distinguished professionals who have made significant impact on education and development in Nigeria and other places. I would like to congratulate Professor Toyin Falola, Professor Atahir Jega, and Professor Phyllis Kanki, who have been honored with these degrees. Now, my election as president of this great nation came at a critical time for the country. This peaceful democratic transition of government was a clear signal of our resolve as a nation to strengthen our belief in our capacity to reposition Nigeria and its democratic processes. Since assumption of office, my administration has continued to consult and dialogue with relevant stakeholders, groups, and bodies in order to remodel our economy to bring about growth and development. This implies that we have had to take tough, life-changing decisions The removal of subsidy was one of our necessary actions because it can no longer justify its ever-increasing cost. There is also the need to rechannel the funds into better investment in public infrastructure, education, and critical social needs to improve the life of our people. Although the decision has had immediate adverse effect on the generality of our people, including the universities, I am not unaware of the impact and sacrifices that the university community, stakeholders, parents, and guardians are grappling with in the last 1 year. But I am confident that we will weather the storm soon. The economic challenges of the country, which affected everyone, were such that we must take the bull by the horn now, not later. We have a future that must be carefully nurtured. Hence, necessary machineries as well as important decisions must be put in place to take us to the nation of our dream. Ladies and gentlemen, universities are central to the attainment of our new Nigeria, and all the support and necessary changes must be put in place to achieve our desired aim. To mitigate the challenges of the removal of subsidy, this administration has signed the Students' Loan Bill into law. Under this law, indigent Nigerian students will have access to interest-free loans to see them through their stay in government-owned higher institutions. Beneficiaries are expected to repay the borrowed sum once they start working 2 years after the mandatory national service. It is our policy that no Nigerian child must fail to go to school due to poverty. And it is in this regard that we also brought back the school feeding of our young ones. In an ever-changing knowledge economy, we are expected to embrace transnational education and remain creative in methodology of delivery of education. The federal government commenced the implementation of the newly developed core curriculum minimum academic standards (CMAS) for the Nigerian university system in 2023. This offers the university the opportunity to develop the 30% contents of the programs by the individual senates to reflect the uniqueness of their universities, while 70% of the total content was provided by the experts under the watch of the National Universities Commission. This is expected to impact positively on Nigerian universities, as it is expected that the system will assist to produce highly skilled and fit-for-purpose graduates in line with current realities of our country. Recently, we approved the policy document for transnational education. The policy framework will facilitate collaborations and partnerships between tertiary institutions in Nigeria and other universities globally through impact and quality research, joint programs, knowledge exchange, and innovations. Now, if I may pause for a moment here, the development of universities in Nigeria witnessed essentially 2 phases. One, the first phase, when federal government owned universities. Second phase is when states and private sector operators came in to augment. The third phase is now what the federal government has approved, which is to enable international investors and institutions to set up tertiary education in Nigeria, either by themselves or through collaborations or partnerships. This policy may be coming a bit late, but it is better late than never, because we know how Asian and other countries that have opened up have benefited immensely by having investors come into their country and establish such institutions. Much of the foreign exchange of Nigeria is lost through student fees and other student support services. So this is a very major policy development for us as a country. It is an imperative that quality university is essential for development, nation building, and international relations. The University of Lagos has continued to blaze the trail of internationalization by fostering a true global institution, by breaking the borders of partnership, through building global partnerships, collaborations, joint degree programs, and quality research that will impact our country. The prospect and practice of internationalization also offers opportunity to further improve research, collaboration, and meet partners as well as network to enhance the global competitiveness of African researchers and institutions, while actively contributing to the generation of knowledge crucial for the social economic transformation of our country and the continent of Africa. It is commendable that the leadership of the University of Lagos has been consistent in this regard. Like the providing ministers are within the youth category. Now, as the latest graduating students, it is imperative that you must exemplify and demonstrate the knowledge gained, showcase the skills and competencies acquired, and contribute your quota to nation building. It is apparent that the current realities will throw up challenges that may push you back, but draw from the experience and knowledge you have gathered over the course of your study to come up with innovative ideas that will foster the socio-economic development of our dear country. This government and my administration have commenced the deployment of necessary parameters for the successful implementation of the 8-point agenda, which is expected to deliver hope to our nation. We are confident that with the quality of academia at the disposal of this country, and indeed this university, purposeful research that will provide solutions to our peculiar challenges will be in the front burner of research activities in our universities. We strongly believe that we will continue in the right developmental trajectory with the integration of quality graduates into the manpower base of our country. I therefore call on stakeholders in the education sector to join us in this journey to reposition Nigeria, as we as a government will continue to take policies that will make life easier for universities management. And it is this light that this government removed the reference to IPPS by tertiary institutions recently. Once again, I congratulate the University of Lagos on this successful convocation. I felicitate with the graduates. I wish you success in future endeavors as you set out to achieving your set goals and dreams. I salute the honorees who have been recognized for their outstanding contributions. And I'm sure this award will ignite you more to continue to provide innovative ideas that will develop tertiary education and our nation. I congratulate all the parents and guardians for your support and encouragement which helped today's graduates to achieve their dreams. I thank you all for your attention. But before I sit, this is the Mr. President message. I want to acknowledge some of the things read out in the Vice Chancellor's speech. Yes, we've had her speak, but I want to say a word or two on it. What Professor Tony Falolo said is in essence part of what the university is doing here. First, through the African Center of Excellence for Drug Research, Herbal Medicine Development and Regulatory Science. Now, we have to look inwards to develop our science, the scientific contributions of our forefathers, which are all there in what we call traditional medicine. Elsewhere, they call them integrated medicine. In Nigeria, we are still held down by the disdain on our custom and culture. So University of Lagos, you have your plow on the right, your hands on the right plow. We've also mentioned international students. When we refer to opening up the university system to internationalization, sometimes I wonder how we could ever thought that you could actually bottle up knowledge and ideas by protecting local institutions. This is not about knowledge and idea. It is one thing that is international and global. From creation, our great-grandparents have gone to all corners and crannies of the earth in search of knowledge. We know of the great wrecks, even when we don't have the present system of communication. So I cannot understand why we actually bottle up our tertiary education over the years. So the presence of the international students at this university, I haven't seen many institutions in Nigeria with such a level of international students that you have mentioned. So I want to say this is a direction the universities have to move. Congratulations one more. The same refers, of course, to the autonomous granting autonomy to the School of Business and its collaboration, by the Association of Advanced Collegiate School of Business. We want to hear more of that happening from school, because schools of business everywhere are really global institutions. They stand on their own. So it's a fantastic policy that you have adopted. And then lastly, the reported 11 billion research income from research grants. I mean, this is just what universities are supposed to be able to generate. I was telling the VC earlier on that when I read the budget of University of Lagos, 2.2 trillion, well, I hope University of Lagos will be reading 20 to 30 billion in terms of their budget. IGR, not IGR, because this is the Lagos. Where the governor is making 2.2 billion, Vice Chancellor, you should be making at least 10% of that as an income for your university. So in the days and weeks and months ahead, we are going to have some engagement of this. But this is a very, very positive report. And this audience, I want this audience to thank you for it and encourage you to continue in that direction. And then finally, our chairman alumni. Yes, universities all over the world rely heavily, significantly on alumni support. So the report on what the alumni is doing here, I don't know if they are the one who built this hall, I will not be surprised, is just the correct trajectory. And the whole message is that our universities have to move in the direction of autonomy, not just administratively, but also financially. And in many other respects, government will still come in to support, but this is the proper direction to go. Financial autonomy through research, through alumni, and all the other support that you can get. So once more, thank you for bearing with my own private interjections. I thought they are very important that I should make those one. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir. The Honorable Minister of Education. It is my pleasure to invite the Chancellor, His Royal Eminence, Alhaji Dr. Abubakar Umar Gabai El-Kanemi, CFR, Shehu Oborno, to dissolve the Assembly. Please, the Assembly will remain standing until the procession has left the auditorium. Thank you.
That's good. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The file. Let me bring you the file. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم. Your Excellency, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, and the Visitor to the University of Lagos, ably represented by Honorable Minister of Education, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, His Excellency, ably represented by the Secretary to the State Government, distinguished senators and honorable members of the House of Representatives here present, Executive Secretary, National Education and University Commission, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, other Vice Chancellors here present, the Registrar Deans of Faculties of the Universities of Lagos, members of the Senate and Management Staff of the University of Lagos, Your Royal Highnesses, Oba and Chiefs here present, my Lord, Honorable Judge here present, members of the Lagos State Executive Council, members of the Diplomat Corps, Kanuri Borno and other Kanuri and Kanuri community here in Lagos, Chairman and members of local organizing committee of the 54th Convocation of the University of Lagos, Chairman and members of the University of Lagos alumni, distinguished honorary award recipients, distinguished invited guests, parents and guardians here present, members of press, graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure and rare privilege as Chancellor to address the 54th Convocation Ceremony of the University of Lagos for the award of first degrees, diplomas, certificates, higher degrees, and award of honorary degrees on distinguished Nigerians who have excelled in various human endeavor and contributed to the progress, peace, unity, and development of Nigeria over the years. Your Excellency, I'm happy that the University of Lagos has continued to open new horizons in the pursuit of its core values and mission from inception to date. It has made remarkable successes and progress in providing quality manpower requirements of the Nigeria and beyond, while it has produced and mentored several research work to address various issues of academic significance, societal issues, and national discourse, as well as policy formulations. I hope this encouraging zeal, determination, and academic effort should continue. At this point, I want to appreciate and acknowledge commitment of the management staff and the students generally for ensuring and sustaining peace on campuses, commitment to academic pursuit, patience, dedication, and success is recorded. I wish you all the best towards sustaining the university's name and mission as Center of Excellence. For the graduating students, today your journey into future life just started. You have acquired the necessary knowledge, skill, and training to make your future better and contribute to the general well-being of the society and family. You should be good ambassadors of the university and always remember the effort and pain of your parents who undertook the responsibility for your education to this level. I'm sure you will make them more proud through exemplary life, positive contribution and contact, as you will now find yourself in more complex and dynamic society than the university. Before I conclude, let me congratulate the new Vice Chancellor for her election and commend the Senate and all management staff and local organizing committee for successful conduct of the 54th Convocation ceremony. On this note, I want to thank all our distinguished invited guests and wish them safe return to your respective destination. On a final note, as a Chancellor of the University of Lagos, I hereby declare the congregation closed. Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the close of the 54th Convocation Ceremonies. And I have the pleasure to call the Deputy Chief Imam of our university for the closing prayers.
Subhanallah, adada khalikihi, wasinata arishihi, wa midada kalimatihi. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil mursalin. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful, we give glory to Almighty Allah, who has been with us since the beginning of this program. One prayer that we have been repeating is expression of gratitude. We express our gratitude to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala for his kindness. We thank him for his benevolence. We are grateful to him for his mercy. We pray to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to accept our gratitude. He reminds us in the Holy Quran, La in shakaritum, la azidannakum. If you are very grateful to a favor that you have received from me, I, Allah, will definitely double it for you. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was reported to have said, Afdalu dua, alhamdulillah. The best prayer at all is to express gratitude to Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. We believe, we hope that our gratitude today, Allah has accepted it. So next year again, when we will be here to be celebrating 55 Convocation, is going to be an indication that gratitude that we express to Allah this year, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala has accepted. Only one request we make is that all our visitors who came from far away, they will grace this occasion with us. They will be going back to their different destination. We pray to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to grant them safe journey. They left their homes in peace. Let them meet their home in peace. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa sallim. May the peace and the blessing be upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household, his companion, and the righteous people to the day of resurrection. Ameen.
Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please let's stand. We will be taking the University of Lagos anthem, followed by the national anthem. And we will still stay where we are, but clearing the aisles so that these distinguished and august visitors here would find a way to be out of this auditorium. Please let's just stay where we are after the national anthem. Kindly clear the aisles, please.